Hello friends, today we are going to continue chapter number 8, Natural Resources, lecture number 6. In the previous session, we discussed about why there is the need for resource plan. Why resource is so important for us. We understood about the importance of resources, how these resources comes in our use. Along with it, in the previous lectures, we discussed about how these resources are very much essential for human beings for their existence. In the previous lesson, we also discussed about how this exploitation of these resources has been done in the present time. In the present time, due to the development in science and technology, due to population explosion, these two are the major reason due to which in the last 100 years we can see the exploitation of resources is done. Resources are used haphazardly, and due to which there arises the scarcity of resources for the future generation. We discussed that in the previous session, that now what we should do, as these resources are important for the sustainment of mankind. So how we can save these resources? As we know, these resources are important for us. We have to use it. But in which manner we have to use it? We also discussed in the last points of the previous lectures that the proper planning should be made to use these resources. Then and then we can save these resources. So in the today's session, we are going to discuss and cover the topic that is the steps for resource planning. How this planning is done in our country, or how these resources can be planned before using. Which kind of planning should be made by the government to save these resources for the future generation. Let us look steps to conserve resources and resource planning. Steps to conserve resources. As we discussed previously, that conservation of resources, it is very much essential. It is clear that when there is the question of existence of mankind, trees, animals, plants, and the steps taken to prevent that thing, that is called conservation. Here we are discussing about the steps to conserve these resources, to save these resources, and resource planning, and about the resource planning. Let us take a look about it. First of all, it is important to gather information about the availability of utilized, unutilized, and probable resources of any region of a country as a unit. So the very primary step, very first step is that first of all what we need to do is, first of all we need to gather the information about the utilized resources, about the unutilized resources, about the probable available resources of any region or from the country. Which kind of resources is available? We need to take a look about it. Here it is said that first of all we are understanding about this resource planning. First of all, we need to gather information. Simple thing is that if we want to make planning about anything, first of all we should have the information about that particular thing. Then we can understand that in which manner, after having the information about that particular thing, we should have the proper data that from where these resources are available, how these resources are utilized, and whether these resources are utilized or unutilized. So the first step, that is to gather the information of these utilized, unutilized or probable available resources, that from where, which region or which country, which kind of resource is available. As we saw that according to different region, we find different resources available from that particular area. So we need, first of all, before planning, we need to have the total information about each and every resources. Now the second step, the resource that are found to be limited or non-renewable should be either banned or used in a systematic and limited way. It is very much clear when we learned about the classification of resources on the basis of re-availability, that the non-renewable resources in comparison to renewable resources, these non-renewable resources are very important, because these non-renewable resources, once they are destroyed, they cannot be obtained again. So here the second step is that if we find the resources that are limited and that is non-renewable, they should be either banned or they should be used in a systematic and a limited way. For example, if we find that in a particular region deforestation is done in a very more area, then it is said, if the large amount of deforestation is taken place in a particular area, then the government should be alert about it. The government should either ban on cutting the trees in the forest, or they should make the systematic planning or the limited use of the cutting of trees, of the felling of trees in that particular area. So here it is said, whichsoever resources that are non-renewable or that are obtained very less and in a limited manner, that resources should be either banned or they should be used in a systematic and a limited way. As we discussed in the previous session, that wherever that is possible, we should reuse these resources. We can reuse these non-renewable resources so that it can be obtained, so that we can make the proper and systematic use of that resources. Then attempts should be made to develop those resources whose quantity can be increased in nature. Another step is, now after taking care of the non-renewable resources, now another step is about the renewable resources. Now what we have to do? We should make attempts, more and more active attempts, to increase the renewable resources that are available from nature, that are easily available from nature. We can say that is the gift of nature. And if these resources are available, more and more attempts should be made by the government, by each and every citizen of the country, so that it can come in the progress and development of the country and the individual. Then here it is said, cheap and easily available resource should also not be wasted. Instead, they should be used judiciously so that they last long. Here also it is said, we all know the nature of human being is normally whatever is easily available to us, we do not have much value about it. We do not care about it if that particular thing is easily available to us. When something is easily available, we do not have importance about it. So here it is said, if any resources are easily available, then also that resource should be used very judiciously, in a systematic and in a proper way, that it should not be wasted, so that it can last long. It can be used again and again, and we can have its more and more usefulness, so that it fulfills our need in future as well. Then here it is said, those resources which are in limited quantity should be strictly conserved. Resources should be done to find out alternate to such resources. Another here it is said, these resources which are in limited quantity, the resources that are available in limited quantity, we can say non-renewable resources, they should be strictly conserved. We should conserve that kind of resources so that it can be used in the emergencies, or it can be used in the future whenever it is necessary. Along with it, it is said research should be done to find out the alternate of that resources. Whatsoever is needed, here it is said attempts should be found to use the alternate for these non-renewable resources. As we learned, we discussed in the previous session as well that alternate should be used of non-renewable resources. For example, instead of burning wood to obtain energy, we can use solar energy. So this can be considered as an alternate of this resource that is available in limited quantity. We should always make secure such kind of resources. Then necessary laws should be framed for the conservation of resources and should be enforced strictly. Yes, another thing, as we all know, that laws are very important to control the activity of mankind and human being. Here it is said, if laws are not framed, people will not follow the rules. And that is why here it is said, laws should be formed to conserve these kind of valuable resources. Here it is said, necessary laws should be framed. Whatever laws are required, that should be framed by the government, and there the work is not stopped, there the work is not over. Here it is said, after making such kind of laws, after making the necessary laws in our constitution regarding saving the resources, after it should be enforced strictly so that the people follows that rule. And that is why the people will again understand the importance of these resources and try to conserve and save these resources. So it is to conclude that proper laws should be made, necessary and strict laws should be framed, and it should be strictly enforced on the people. Then public, here it is said, public should be made aware about the rational use of resources. Awareness in the people. As I said, if we do not have the importance of any particular thing, we will not value that particular thing. If we are understanding the importance of anything, then we will take care of that thing. We will take value of that thing. If we are having children at our home, we understand their importance. We have that importance. And that is why we are taking care of them. We have their value. Here, same thing is there. If the people is aware about the resources, if people are understanding the importance of resources, then they will start take caring of that particular resources. They will start making the attempts to conserve this kind of resources. And that is why, again, last but it is not least, very important point, that the public should be made aware so that they do not exploit such kind of resources and take care of the resources and make more and more attempts to conserve these valuable resources that can come in our use for the development and progress of our country as well as the mankind. So let us discuss about what we discussed about today, that is the steps to conserve, the planning, in which manner we should be there. First step, it was told that first of all we should gather the information about, here it is said, first of all we should gather the information related to these resources, that which resources are available. We should gather the information, utilized, unutilized, which region, which kind of resources available from which region. After gathering the information, when we understand that there are some renewable resources which are non-renewable resources, now we should start caring about renewable and non-renewable resources. The resources that are available in limited quantity, they should be taken care of. That the non-renewable resources should be either banned or they should be used in a proper manner with planning. Then whatever resources that are even easily available should be used properly. We should not waste that easily available resources, and those resources that are in limited quantity should be strictly conserved. Again, laws should be framed, and last but not least, public awareness should be made, and public should be made aware about the conservation of these resources. Thank you.